on the side hat firmly back on so we can get... Yes! Yes, my friend! Okay, so we've endured quarantine and we've survived infection. In fact, the only thing that we're going to be coughing up tonight is a damn good show. Are you with me? Yeah. Who does everybody want to see out? Is anybody saying Dexter? Oh, on his own at the back, on his hand up. We'll talk about that in a little while. First, though, it's time to meet tonight's panel. My first guest has come a long way since being topped by James Arthur on last year's X Factor. He is doing it for his nan. It's Christopher Maloney! Next up, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself and wake up and smell the hummus. Because the long and short of it is, Siobhan is back in the building. Completing our panel is the TV presenter and pop star famed for ripping off her skirt at the drop of a hat. I just hope she's wearing suitable underwear this evening. Please welcome the fabulous Cheryl Baker! First single I ever bought was Making Your Mind Up.
Yes,
genuinely. I was like this big. I was like, I love that song. First single I ever bought. I'm not touching your bottom. I'm grabbing my one. Okay, shall we talk about tonight's show? Yeah. Let's get on with it. Cheryl, are you surprised that it was Gina who survived this evening?
Yeah. If you'd have asked me a couple of days ago, I'd have said no, but now yes, because when she first went into the house, everyone hated her, I hated her, everybody booed, and I just thought, get rid of the girl. But she's kind of, I'm warming to her, and she does things that are unexpected, and she's kind of becoming a bit nicer, so I'm glad that she's been saved, and I would have been sorry if she'd had to have gone. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you, lot? Are you happy that it was Gina? Paul, I know you're a Gina fan.
Well, I'm delighted it wasn't Jemima, but Gina's actually growing into the show. And even though in tonight's task she didn't swallow, I won't hold it against her.
To be fair, though, I know we said that last night when we saw it in the news, but I didn't know then that she had 3 cups to drink, and she drank.
It was just touching her lips.
I think she did drink quite a lot of it.
But she did well anyway.
She did really well. I wouldn't like to have drunk that. Oh, I know. Is anybody surprised? Not surprised. Anybody? No, you're not surprised. Getting really confused. Who thought somebody else would have been saved? That's a better way of saying it. Yes.
To be Dexter to be saved. I mean, the guy's got so much to offer. Gina is just an emotionless pool. That's all she is, really. I mean, you don't see anything.
Find slightly compulsive viewing, because I still can't figure her out.
I see her compulsive in the way that I want to throw up. That's about as much as I like. Well, I'm not a fan of Gina, sorry.
Oh dear. Dexter's been quite quiet though, hasn't he, for the past few days? We haven't really seen very much of him. Christopher, what is it like to be at the mercy of a phone vote? You obviously know this from X Factor.
Do you know, for Gina and for everybody else, the phone vote, I mean, it must be so nerve-wracking to be at the other end, because with Gina being obviously saved now from the public vote, and not to go into the eviction on Friday.
How do you think she'll be feeling?
Well, this is it. I mean, she went in there with boos, and people were booing her and they went behind her. But I think doing this task, she's redeemed herself. So I think she's done really, really well. So I think from when she first went in to now that the public are a little bit behind her, she'll be ecstatic. She'll be going to a different person, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the person, because I don't think we've seen enough of Gina yet. I think she's a bit of a...
We need to get to the bottom of Gina, I think. We need to find out who she really is.
Definitely.
Siobhan is doing this with a little
we got to dig.
Is she a real contender now, do you think?
I love her. Can I just say, I was doing weave watch from day one. When she went in the house, I was there with the Lion King weave, a Wumble wear. I said, listen, I love Gina from day one. And I'm glad that I knew she was going to turn it, because I knew there's no way she was going to live up to that VT. And that's probably why people booed her so much.
Yeah.
But she did kick off with Sally. She has kicked off a little bit. She's simmered down now, and she's actually coming out as a relevant housemate.
Do you think she's actually starting to enjoy it?
Yeah.
And maybe working it a little bit?
I think so. I think she knows now she's been saved twice. She's now going to feel like, oh, okay, maybe the public are kind of feeling me. Let me either continue with what I'm doing, or she's going to vamp it up for next week, so we'll never know.
Okay, should we check in, see what's been happening since we left them? There you go.
Exciting! And on Friday we get to actually hear the public again. We get to hear normal people doing normal things.
I'm so scared that's not real, though. It just doesn't sound like it.
You think there's going to be another quiz?
No, I have seen stuff before that they say their lives in.
Is it Wednesday they always give the quiz? Was it last week they say?
Yeah, Wednesday last week.
Another Wednesday twist.
Yeah, it was Wednesday last
Wicked
week.
Wednesday.
We're all going to start getting used to Wicked Wednesday, as you put it.
Yeah, but then when you get used to it, they'll do it. They'll do a terrible Tuesday.
I must be doing something wrong. Yeah.
Or twist on Thursday. Yeah.
You look like you're enjoying it a lot more.
No, fun Fridays.
Fuck Day Friday. As I said at the end of the show, she is just a happy little bunny, isn't she? I've never actually seen her that happy in 2 weeks, I don't think. In the words of Siobhan, this shit's going down.
Downtown.
Cheryl, are we going to see different behaviour from her now, though?
Oh, I mean,
As Siobhan kind of just said, you know.
yeah, we just did. Even that, she looks so much happier, and I think she must know now that people are actually getting to like her.
Yeah.
Even the rest of the housemates, you know, she's proved herself to them that she's looking after them as well as herself, and I think we're seeing more of her. I think she's been acting like they all act, but she's really been acting from the beginning, and she's kind of becoming more of herself now, and we're seeing the real her. And I'm liking her a lot more now.
She's very entertaining.
She is
and,
entertaining,
you know,
and that's what it's all about. That's
We
what
lost
makes a good
Sally, who
programme.
was a massive character, and we still have one in there, which is lovely, and we know that she's going to survive another week, which is, I think, quite nice. Siobhan, what did you make to that, please?
Well, right, boo-boo. I kind of tuned out with Dexter's plea. I wasn't really too invested in it. I actually think Jemima genuinely does want to stay, but I think Dexter wants to stay just for his ego. I think it would devastate him if he comes out in week 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it depends on who.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
no. Dexter seemed genuine, to be honest. Yeah, she ran out of words because she knew it was going to come up, and she just didn't have the words to back herself up. Yeah.
I sometimes feel quite sorry for Dexter as well. Like, I kind of see that little boy lost sometimes and go, is he really there to find friends because he hasn't got any?
They're not bitching at the minute. Even the twins, they're like bitches too.
Oh,
They're bitching
yeah.
at Dexter. They're jealous of it. Simple as that. That's
Really?
I reckon.
Oh, I like the twins as well. Don't tell me that, bitches. I can't handle it. The twins are lovely. Christopher, out of the two of them, out of Jemima and Dexter, who can turn it around in the next 2 days to go in their favour? Can either of them, do you think?
I don't think Jemima can. I really don't. But I hope that Dexter can, because I really want him to stay in. I mean, I really hope that he can. Because he is. I mean, he's entertaining, and you know, he is a little boy lost, but you know, he's trying to find himself in there. I think. I don't know whether Shannon's got to think that he's acting, but. I mean, he's very entertaining. I mean, he makes me laugh.
But Jemima dug her own grave.
She did, yeah.
Didn't she?
It was very funny last night when she said, oh, it's all right that I'm up, you know. I think the public like me. I'm going to be really nice this week. And half an hour later she went, and I'm like, doesn't quite work together. Very quickly, down the panel, who would you like to see go?
Who would like to see go?
Yes.
Jemima.
Well, I feel like I've got to say Jemima now because there's no one with me for Dexter. So I'm going to say Dexter. I'm on my own.
Who you agree with? And the man back there on his own saying Dexter. Thank you all very much, guys. That was wonderful. Join me after the break for plenty more juicy Big Brother exclusive. Plus, Julie James is back to dissect our housemate's body language. But first, we've just seen Gina be saved from this Friday's eviction, which means Dexter, Jemima? We just think Gina survived. Which means Dexter or Jemima, there's so many names. Gunning for survival. Remember, you are voting to evict. Who goes, you decide. This week, Dexter and Jemima